Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast, the special retirement party for Joe the Cat episode. We'd like to thank Joe the Cat for years of unuseful, counterproductive service. Joe, good riddance. I always hated you, and I'm glad that you'll finally be out of here.
Joe even wore a festive sombrero today.
Mine doesn't work.
To make you feel better about him, and his little sombrero is not getting him any kind of sway with you at all. Guys. Bye, everybody.
He looks French. He's
like
a little French.
I'm going to Pismo Beach. Look, we got him a nice collar, too. Look at this little bling collar.
He's blingy.
He's drunk already. It's a retirement party.
He's been drinking all day, though. I mean,
he's like Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. He's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
That'll Joe.
Let's see what Google autocompletes when I type in how many fingers.
No, put it up.
No, we don't want to put that online. Oh God. All right. What? Okay, it says how many fingers? What is?
It's so stupid. I typed in how many fingers.
Good God.
What does it say?
I typed in how many fingers, and it auto-completed. This is the #1 search for how many fingers. How many fingers does a person have?
How many fingers does a person have?
How many fingers does a person
Wow.
God, internet, you are so dumb. How many fingers can you fit? And then that doesn't say anything.
Well, there you go.
And how many fingers do cats? How many fingers do cats have?
How many fingers can you fit if you put a space at the end of it? What does that autocomplete?
Yeah.
How many fingers does a person have? Why is that the #1 search for fingers? All right.
So, what's the answer?
How many fingers in a prostate? How many fingers?
Be careful here. The safe search on or
I even
off?
looked up. I said, how many fingers in the autocomplete is how many fingers in a human hand? What is wrong with you? How many fingers in a prostate exam? Oh, surprisingly, this has never been asked before on Google. What to expect from a prostate exam?
Oh God.
1 finger, Brandon. So calm down.
Index.
You must have paid extra.
No, he was really aggressive.
So Gavin, you were saying when you poo.
I don't want to have that conversation now, I don't think.
No, go ahead.
Well, do you let your tip ever touch the inside of
The bowl?
the bowl?
No.
How do you stop that?
This, you gotta like tuck.
So you're like,
Tuck it into what, Gus?
Tuck it up against yourself.
so you're constantly tucking.
Sometimes, some bowls are like
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause
shorter
I
than
recently
others.
moved, and I guess it's a tiny bowl.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
You're not constantly tucking. You just tuck once and you hold it there.
Now, there's
That's
some small
constantly
bowls.
tucking.
No, constantly. I imagine you're tucking. Like you're just like.
No, you don't have it. What are you talking about?
I just rest mine on top of the ring. So instead of going down, I go up and over.
I hope you're kidding, right?
Of course he's kidding.
I swear, Jack just goes to the bathroom and throws it up over his shoulder.
All right. Take a load off.
So are you having difficulty with a small bowl?
Yeah, I'm kind of like twisting almost to find the perfect
Twisting.
angle.
You have
Go back first
You have
instead.
a round toilet bowl as opposed to an oval one, which
Yeah.
is considered a higher. It's like a higher value toilet bowl, where they're like a luxury toilet bowl where it's longer.
And the water is quite high, and I don't know what's worse,
no.
if it hits the side of the bowl or whether it's drowning. You know, just like drowning.
The eyes are water.
That's definitely worse.
Good
Yeah.
God.
That's most definitely worse, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, water in a toilet is clean in the tank. In the bowl, not so much.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, new toilets in America have this thing where they have the flush button on top, and there's like an interior button.
Yeah, that's the piss flush and then the poo flush.
Which they don't make it very clear which one's which.
The tiny one is for wee-wees.
One's labeled with like 1 wavy line, and the one's labeled with like 3 wavy lines.
Yeah.
It's like the seashells
Or
thing.
wavy line and a piece of corn.
So the toilet I have in my house has that. It's got like a giant silver button with a smaller blue button inset.
Yeah,
So when you push the blue button, both get pushed, but when you push the silver button, only it goes down.
and it's more water comes out when you push the blue
I
button too.
cannot tell the fucking difference.
Why can't they make it big? Why can't they make it? Why
There's
can't they
not
make
a
it clear?
symbol. I looked through the manual that came with it. There's nothing.
Manual.
I've
Toilets
timed
have been
it.
the same for decades. A lever, choomp, and that's it. Now they have the button, the 2-part button. Nobody explained what that was. There was no orientation. Sesame Street didn't do an episode of it. It's just, there it is, and you have to fucking deal with
I've
it.
even used my stopwatch to time how long it takes my tank to refill.
Right.
Using the 2 different buttons, exactly the same.
Bullshit,
It's
right?
total bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Were you more likely to flush big on a Wednesday or anything?
I just always hit the silver button now. It doesn't matter.
Nice. Have you ever used a bidet?
Do you have a
Yeah.
log for entries for when you use the different buttons, Gus?
No, 'cause the buttons are always the same whether I'm drunk or not.
A spreadsheet that you use.
Dude, I've never used a bidet, and I'm like kind of scared of those things. Like, I don't get how they work.
It feels
like,
good.
You don't
Because
understand how water works.
Well, I mean, I understand how it works, but it's
When I
like,
stayed at the
What'd you do?
The
You
first time I ever
squat?
used a bidet was actually at the IWTV Awards last year.
Okay.
And the room I stayed at the Aria had one. And I was like, all right, I'm a grown man. I want water up my butt. So I used it. It's really refreshing. I
what
was
do you do?
really
Do you-
skeptical of it.
Do you just squat over it, or do you like?
No, you sit.
You sit in it.
No, you.
Gavin, you did this in Japan.
No, that was the toilet.
It's built into the toilet.
Oh, okay, so you're not talking about
No,
a separate
they're
bowl.
separate bidets.
Yeah, okay, but the one I used was not like a separate bidet.
Oh, so it's just a
So I
square
sat on the
toilet.
toilet, and then like you hit the button, and then like this arm comes out from
Yeah.
the back in the bowl, and like it has good aim. 'Cause every time it was like,
It's like
I was like,
laser
it's
sights or
right
something.
on. I don't know.
Triangulates your
It was like the
butthole.
one we did in Japan where I was trying to make you stand in front of it.
He wanted me, he tried to convince me for a day and a half to stand in front of the toilet and let it spray me from the toilet bidet arm. And I was like, I'm a grown man. I'm not
And I
gonna
figured
do
it out
it.
as well because if you press the anus clean button or whatever it is, you can't do it unless it senses that you're sat down. It won't just do it. So I had to put my foot on the toilet seat and then press it, and it goes like, "Boop."
You got it.
And I turned it all the way up. Obviously, it just goes. Whoosh, it fired all the way across the room. It's like spraying up the wall. It's really powerful. You wouldn't do it though.
Okay, so
It's
yeah,
clean water, right?
No,
Yeah,
that
no.
arm is not clean.
That arm
yeah.
gets like stuff falling back on it.
But then why would you ever use it twice? Wouldn't I mean that?
Just buy it, use it once.
burn it.
Yeah,
like
I mean
your socks.
think about that.
So I don't
guys.
understand, like, it's like the separate bowl bidets. I don't get those.
It's just the same thing.
Well, it's like an egg shape though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just you sit on it like anything else.
So you take a crap, and then you get off of that and sit down on the bidet.
Right. Back before this is, I mean, a bidet is an older
So you like
invention.
waddle over to it, like.
See, I just
Listen, you
I
want
don't
to get
know.
into specifics. I don't want to go
Yeah,
through all
like
that.
I'm curious. I've never used one.
Do bidets predate the use of toilet paper?
I would think so.
So
Water versus
indoor
paper?
plumbing and pressure predates toilet paper?
No, I don't. Yeah, I think toilet paper.
No, but
comes
Maybe they
first.
just did it like.
Back in the day, it was
Chinese.
probably one bowl and another bowl with
Well,
like a
usually
pitcher
it's,
next to it.
you eat with one hand and you wipe with the other, right?
A chamber pot. Like there's places in the world you still go where they don't have toilet paper. They have a pitcher of water back there.
Yeah. if I
Oh, they also
recall-
have hoses. You just turn on the hose and you just like. Get
I
in
think
there.
I heard a story.
Don't ever make that hooking motion that you just. Have we talked about yet my favorite thing at the airport that I know drives Gus crazy? That I know, like Gus, you were such a social
What?
maniac. That there's something at the Austin airport that I had to deal with today because I was traveling, and I know it must drive you insane. It's a really specific thing to the Austin airport.
Okay.
Okay. In Austin, when you go to park in the parking lot, you get a ticket and you go into the parking lot, okay? And then you go on your trip and you have fun and do whatever, and you deal with horrible people on the plane, which I have some people I want to talk about that will drive you crazy too. Then you come back. Then you take your magnetic stripe ticket, and you can go out through the toll plaza. And you have two choices when you go to the toll plaza.
I know where this is going now.
You can go to the booth that has a person in it, and you hand them the ticket, and they swipe it, and they say $60 for your parking for a week. And you say, okay, here's $60. They say thank you, and you drive away. Or the automated lines, where you go, and it's just a box with a slit. You insert your ticket. It says insert ticket. Step 2, insert credit card. Drive away. So you insert ticket, tells you how much you owe. Put a credit card in. Get the credit card back. Gate goes up, and you drive away. You would definitely use the automated one because there's no people.
I use it every time.
The problem is in the Austin airport, and I don't know why, they pay people to stand next to the automated kiosks. Have you seen this? Yeah. These people, and they wear orange vests. And they sit there and they go, and you pull up and you get your ticket, they go, put it in the slot. You go, I know. And you put it in the slot, and they go, now put your credit card. You say, dude, I fucking know. I understand how this works. Who the fuck are you? Why are you standing out here?
You know,
That must drive you crazy.
It drives me crazy. And ancillary to this, the other thing that drives me crazy is when I go to, it seems like Best Buy is the worst store about this. When they're like, all right, what's your reward zone number? All right, click correct on the thing. I know. Okay. Approve the total. I know. Okay, swipe your card. It's telling me. I'm doing it. You're watching me. All right, sign your name. I fucking know. I've done this before. It's like every step they have to tell you. It's like, I can fucking read. I am obviously engaged with the machine and doing what it's telling me. Why are you repeating this
Well, it's like
information?
the dudes in the bathrooms.
Why the city of Austin? Why'd they make the automated lanes if they're
It's got to
gonna
be
have
like a
pay
union
some-
thing, right?
I
Like,
would
oh,
assume.
these machines are going to put us out of a job. Now we have to do something else.
And these people, I was gonna take a picture of one of them today, but I couldn't find a way to do it at the airport that wouldn't.
I don't.
Oh, by the way, guess who got busted going through TSA security with a fucking giant fake beard in his carry-on luggage? This guy. because I was carrying the Jack fake beard.
What, you're not allowed to take beards on flights?
Apparently, it looks weird if you're carrying a disguise. Security. So yeah, so that was embarrassing. I explained why I have a fake beard. I go, oh, I know this jackass guy who has a fucking big beard, and I like to make fun of him by wearing my beard.
So
That's what you
What
did.
happened in LA anyway?
I don't know. I found it in my luggage. I guess I had it, and I made Ashley wear it for a photo.
when I went through security, I was flying from Melbourne to Adelaide. I got to the Melbourne airport. We're flying like Virgin Blue, which is like a super budget airline. And I get to security in the Melbourne airport. I get to the metal detector and all that line, and there's no one there. Like, there's no line. I'm like, oh, cool. And I realize there's no security there either. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. So like, I get my bag, I put it on the thing, and I walk through the metal detector, and I look around, no one. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's grab my bag and.
It's all running, like the conveyor's going.
Jesus
I have no idea what the deal is. So like anybody could have walked through.
And you still got on the plane?
Yeah, and I just walked on, got on the plane. I was like,
Good
all right,
God.
I guess that was good.
It's the one place you do want someone to tell you exactly what to do, even though you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nothing will make you disbelieve in airline security more than going to a small airport somewhere in the world where it's just like
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Or like the alarm went off, but it's like, that wasn't that loud. You know, go ahead.
Or the metal detector's here, but there's just a big gap next to it.
Yeah, like some of those smaller airports, like when I lived in Quincy, Illinois for a short amount of time, the Quincy airport was just like one dude who was like running everything. Is like, oh yeah, just go through. Okay, yeah, like from like 40 feet away, he watches me go through the metal detector.
Buddy, you dropped your knife.
yeah.
One time at LAX, you know, when you come out of LAX, you come out of the gate, you go downstairs, you take that long walkway. I'm talking about Terminal 4, American Airlines. You come out through that revolving door to get to baggage claim. There's that TSA agent there to make sure no one goes back.
True.
I've seen that TSA agent asleep so many times.
Oh, really?
Like a third of the time I go through there.
You gotta take a
that
photo of
TSA
that.
agent's just like this, just like passed out, asleep. I'm like, awesome, this is really great security. Terminal 4, if anybody is curious.
She was obviously a first-time flyer, had never flown before. She was one of the last people who gets on. She's like in group 14 to board the plane. They tell you when you're boarding, saying, look, there's no more overhead space. If you see an overhead bin that's empty somewhere along the way, just put your bag in it. Otherwise, you got to check your bag there. So she gets to her row, and her overhead bin is filled, just like everybody knew it was going to be, because the flight attendant was saying it over the PA system the entire time. And the flight attendant goes, oh, there's no room for your bag. We're going to have to check it. Just give it to me. I'll check it. I'll give you a claim tech. And the lady goes, no, I don't want to check my bag. She goes, I don't want to check my bag. She goes, well, there's no overhead space left. You're the last person aboard the plane. You can't do it. And she goes, no, this is my seat. This is my bin. Whose bags are these? She starts calling out to the plane.
Oh, my God.
She starts going the entire plane. No, whose bags are these right? Whose bag is this gray bag? Whose is it? This is my seat. This is my overhead bin. And everybody's like, lady, that's not the way it works. And they couldn't calm this person down.
There are 3 people sitting in that same row.
Yeah, and you know, passengers are. It's like there's no,
Oh,
there's
my
no
God.
solidarity.
No-
Everyone's
no
like,
support.
on your own, lady. You're on your own.
It's just like the beginning of Hunger Games where they call out names and
Nope. It's exactly that same thing.
So did they check her bag?
Yeah, she checked her bag and she was fucking pissed because somebody stole her overhead bin space.
Get on check-in earlier. Get on the fucking plane earlier.
Bitch.
That's just a tax for not flying that often that you run into
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
stuff. That's just what happened. Did you read about the guy who ate nothing but monkey pellets?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah, he was trying to make like
Bachelor chow.
Bachelor chow, like just some like from Futurama.
And so he started thinking like, Gavin, this is what you do. I don't want to eat anymore, he said. I just want to eat like basic food unit.
like a dog.
Like a layout. Like,
Oh, I
like,
get that.
Because eating's boring.
Human chow is what he wanted. Just like I eat the same thing every day. So he found these things they feed to gorillas in captivity, which is just like monkey chow, monkey pellets.
Yeah.
So he'd eat bowls of these monkey pellets. And he kept a vlog diary of this. And by the 4th day, he had lost his mind. And he got,
Was he just flinging shit everywhere?
no, he was talking about how it's like, he's talking about how he's like, I smelled, I walked by a bakery and I smelled baking bread, and I wanted to go in the bakery, eat all the bread, and kill every person in there. And he goes, so just know that when you go to the zoo and you have a hot dog in your hand, The butcher behind the bars wants to go through the bars, eat the hot dog, kill you, rip you open, take pieces of hot dog out of your stomach, and eat those too. And that's the only thing
Well,
keeping
that's what
you
monkeys
alive.
do. That's what chimps do when they escape. They just take people's genitals. They just run at them, grab the bollocks, and run off.
Well, you
with
gotta
it,
turn your back to them.
That's
That's the key.
Then you're fine.
Yeah, just hit them with your back.
They'll take your back.
Whoa!
I got the beer.
Just fucking turn off the goddamn phone!